Hey guys, welcome back to FIFA 23 Brighton career mode 51, episode number 51 right here. Again, a big episode for you guys after me being out for at least, 3 days, I think. For the past few days at work, I think by the time I came back from work, I was trying to, sit down and record this episode for you guys. It was just way too much for me. Just very tiring for me that day. I work in a bank, and a lot of stuff happened in bank sometimes. Especially it was a Monday. Monday was a holiday, and especially in our branch where we get a lot of customers, and just the fact that I'm just mentally and physically very tired. Those 2 days, and right now I'm back. I know. Usually I upload pretty much every day or once every few days at around 12 p.m. time. I know by the time you guys are watching this episode, it's a little bit later than the usual time, but it is what it is. Of course, we're back to pretty much every day upload until I feel overwhelmed. I feel drained. But honestly, this is going to be a big episode for you guys, even though you guys can see that in the calendar. You guys see that we're playing against Roma in the round of 16. That's a good one. And also we have a few more transfer going on this window. Again, extending quite a few players of the contract situation. Of course, those players that I extended, they only had two more years to 2 more years until their contract expires. So why not use the remainder of the cash that we have in the budget and to extend their contracts. That's pretty much how it should be done sometimes. And of course, we're trying to sell Arnold Martinez, but again, just couldn't really agree a deal. And the glitch happens once again where you receive quite a lot of offers after the window closes. Hate that. Honestly, some players I was thinking about moving on, but you know what? If the fact that they stay in the club for another 6 months, so be it. And so be it. And just kind of get on with it. Just in case of injuries happen, we can still somehow integrate those players into the squad if we can. But looking at the squad right now, looking very good right now, despite 3 major players were injured. Big injury, 3 months out, including Gavi. Who else? Gavi, Simbacan, and also Fabio Vieira. But right now, the majority of those players are back. I believe all 3 of those players are back right now. And we have 6 defenders, top defenders for the club. And of course, those 6 defenders are going to be very important, integral part of the squad, heading towards, the second half of the season. Again, we are still technically in competition for the 4 remainder competition right now. CARABAO Cup, Premier League, Champions League, and also FA Cup as well. Again, our goal is to try to win some in this episode. I'll try to win some in this season. Again, this is season 4. Not quite sure if there's a season 5. Really depends on how we do, to be honest, in the domestic side of things, and also Champions League, and also the league as well. Again, our squad is pretty much very capable of winning every game. Well, not quite every game. I mean, in the league, we lost, 3 or 4 games already, and drawing 1 against Spurs already. So we're not quite capable of winning every single game, but we're capable of, winning the majority of the games right now. Again, we are in, top 4 last season right now. Thankfully, we're in the Premier League, not in the Premier League, in the Champions League. But right here, first game in the episode, finally, we have Crystal Palace away from home at Selhurst Park, and scoring a beautiful goal by Fabio Vieira with this outside of the boot. And that exactly what happened to my toe the other day. I was attempting for a shot like that, but instead I actually poked the ball with my toe, and that's how it got a big bruise in there. Thank God I didn't break the toe, but it was hurtful enough to the point where I just couldn't really carry on. But Fabio Vieira right there, for some reason, after the big injury that he had become a very important player. I mean, he has always been very important, but the fact that he has been very productive, scoring 2 goals, scoring quite a lot of goals, a lot of a contribution for him after coming back from the injury. And right now, beating Crystal Palace 3-0. And later on, we have, I think, round of 6 or maybe round of 16 against Mansfield. I believe it's a League 1 or League 2 side. So I would say that in the FA Cup run, it looks it looks like we are having a pretty good run so far. I believe we're Cardiff City. With Norwich City, was it? It's Norwich City. I'm sure it was not Norwich City. Oh, it was Birmingham. And also Mansfield, again, Bowes. All those 3 clubs are currently in the championship side. So I'm sure we're getting pretty much a very good run into the FA Cup so far. But second game in the Premier League against Leicester City. Again, Leicester City, there's a little bit of a stain they have, which I'm quite afraid of. I mean, they're certainly very good, to be honest. They have Bukayo Saka, they have Gabriel Jesus. There are quite a lot of good players in that team. And right here, 4 minutes in, here goes Bukayo Saka. Great ball to Ojeda on the left-hand side. And for some reason, I'm not quite sure what's happened there. Just very poor piece of play between Simican and Martinez right there. I'm sure in their prime, I don't think they would make mistakes like that, but mistakes happens in football sometimes. 35 minutes in, here comes a corner kick for Brighton. Here comes Fabio Vieira on the left-hand side, looking for Simican and making a great comeback right there, scoring a goal despite making a very big mistake at the back earlier for the first goal that we conceded. And first goal for Simican in the campaign so far. 39 minutes in, here comes Leicester City out of nowhere. Gabriel Jesus scores a leading goal right there. 2-1 to Leicester City again. It looks like very shaky at the back right now. I mean, I'm not quite sure how I want to deal with this at the moment. The fact that I said we are capable of winning the majority of the games, but right now it looks like defense are very, very leaky at the back. Try and pass off from the back, but unfortunately, it just wouldn't work. And later on, here comes Bukayo Saka, 89 minutes in again. When you give an AI, that distance for a free kick, you're bound to concede, and that's exactly what happened. We lost our 4th game of the season right there. Not very ideal, particularly when we are being chased by Man City. I mean, losing that game, it looks like Man City could be overtaking us in the top spot, in the first spot in the Premier League table, but we cannot. Like, the fact that having a very congested fixture in general, I mean, I'm not complaining because we have pretty much the depth, we have the squad, we have the ability, we have the quality to compete in all across 4 competitions. But losing that game against Leicester City certainly going to make a big blow against the boys right here. But again, I mean, after losing a game like that, an important game like that, 2-3 days later, you are playing against. You're playing in the Champions League again. There's no time to mourn. There's no time to be sad. There's no time to be angry. Instead, use that anger, use that disappointment to go through to the second game right here. Again, Brighton scoring the first goal. Joe Gilhart capitalizing Roma's mistake. Later on, we just conceded another one just in a game like this. Again, against Roma, a very good team. But in the Champions League round of 16, you just have to show no mercy. This is pretty much what it is, to be honest. I mean, 44 minutes in, look at Fatasi. Well, apparently in real life, he have left to Inter Milan. So apparently the whole thing about him, the whole rumor about him going to Brighton turns out to be false. But 56 minutes in, it has been a wonderful game to play so far. 2-2, Roma score an equalizer, 63 minutes, and we got the ball back very quickly. And here comes Joe Gilhart in the tight space, squeeze it in to Sesko, and we have overtaken the lead once again. 3-2, 3 minutes in later. Again, we just continue to attack and attack and attack. 67 minutes in, here comes Joe Gilhart. Great spot by Tariq Lamptey, and we have further extended the lead right here to 4-2. So far, this game has been amazing to play. 71 minutes in, here comes Estupinian driving down to the line. Sesko finding space and taps that one in. 5-2. Within 10 minutes, we score 3 goals. And it looks like we might be having a great chance in the second leg right there. It really depends on, depends on how we want to finish the game. And Dika, great interception, and here comes Skamaka right here. 1-on-1 with the goalkeeper, drills that one to the bottom right corner. And we have extended the lead right here, 6-2, 15 minutes and 4 goals, which shows that we're pretty much having a very, very good chance of qualifying for quarterfinal. But unfortunately, 6 minutes before the end of the game, Roma scores an equalizer goal. And look at how ridiculous AI defense can be after you scoring that run. This play right here is literally right after the kickoff from conceding the goal. Literally 2 minutes in. No clue what Roma was playing the whole time. We got the ball back. We start from the kickoff. And Skamaka scores the second goal. Not quite sure what's happening. In 20 minutes, we score, 5 goals in general? And this is a big difference in FIFA. I mean, that's something that I'm not quite sure if that was realistic enough. I mean, 7-3, first of all, the scoreline, it's not realistic. That's fine, but the fact that how we keep scoring goals against very leaky defense, Roma, at ultimate difficulty, is something that, it's kind of mind-boggling. So right here, this is the big game, potentially looking for our first trophy, first ever Carabao Cup in the club history. And we're playing against Liverpool in the Wembley Stadium. Again, this is going to be a big game for us. Again, we have been chasing for that domestic competition for the past 4 seasons. We landed none, which is quite funny. I mean, we had our chance in the second season, losing to Spurs, unfortunately. But right here, even though it's a Carabao Cup, even though it's a Mickey Mouse Cup, even though it's a energy drink cup, we still have the obligation to try to deliver a trophy home. I mean, a trophy is a trophy, but for a club like us, we are, since we are in a race for all 4 competitions, why not trying to win as many trophies as possible, trying to potentially end this series on a high. And again, against Liverpool, for the past few years, we have been having pretty much a very good record against them. I think we win quite a lot of games against them recently or in the past 2 seasons. But right here, Brighton scoring the first goal. Second goal right here. First goal. Joe Gilhart with the header. And we have taken a 1-0 lead. I mean, 20-something minutes in. Having in a game like this, we just need to lead the game. 61 minutes in. We got the ball back very quickly. Here comes Joe Gilhart. Let him cook. Let him unleash his pace. 1-on-1 with the goalkeeper. And a beautiful finish right there to bottom right corner. 62 minutes in. 2-0 to Brighton. And it looks like the trophy. 20. We just need to last another 28 minutes to win the cup. Later on, 76 minutes in. A very disappointing play right here in general. Out of nowhere. I should have probably just put the ball out for a corner kick, but instead I gave it back to the goalkeeper, and goalkeeper made a mistake. Honestly, I don't blame anybody's fault except mine. 84 minutes in, we need 5 more minutes. We need to hold on to another 5 minutes in order to secure that trophy. But guess what? Chakruzi right here. Is it Chakruzi or Pellegrini? Or Pellegrino? I think Pellegrini scores pretty much a last minute equalizer. And they're back in the game. Liverpool is back in the game. And we have to go to extra time to play. 155 minutes here. 115 minutes here. Darwin Núñez almost scored that one. And after from the goal kick, 4 more minutes to go until we go to the penalty. But we need to look for a winner. Here come Klaus to Vieira, to Sesko right here. When you give him a little bit of a space, he'll capitalize it. And Sesko scores potentially the winner in the Carabao Cup in Season 4. Thank God, what a great finish by Sesko right there. And I can't believe it. We are cruising our way to win the Carabao Cup and our first domestic trophy ever. But look at the play right here. A 1-2 play between Vieira and also Sesko. But what a great finish as well. Top left corner. When you give this guy a little bit of a space, he is going to score good goals for you. And just like that, boom, ladies and gentlemen, the first trophy in the bag in this season. For this successful season, we're secure. We're the winner of 2026 Carabao Cup winner, and that is us, baby. I mean, we have been craving for a domestic trophy, like especially in the FA Cup. We had a good chance against Spurs, but we just couldn't win that year. But right now, even though it's a Carabao Cup, I know you guys are making fun of, why are you celebrating Carabao Cup? But hey, it's a trophy. But right there, finally, a domestic trophy. And when you look back into this team, there are only a few players that, are still sticking with us after all those transformation in the, in the windows. And Weibu's still in the squad. Caicedo's still in the squad, even though he's not part of an integral part of the squad anymore. Lamptey's in the squad. Estupinian are also in the squad as well. And Kim Min-jae, the last-minute interim captain, lift the trophy. And that will be the first trophy in the bag. Honestly, like I said it before, I'm not quite liking the animation here. I mean, I did subbed off, Tarek Lamptey, but still, he is the club captain. He should be the one lifting the trophy up instead of Kim Min-jae. And look at us right there celebrating with the fans. And of course, they all deserve it. Even though, I mean, when you look at the stands right there just now, I mean, the majority of the fans seems like a Liverpool fan. It would be more realistic if some of the fans or the Liverpool fans just walked away from the stadium, leaving a little bit of a empty seated at the back. But you know what? It doesn't matter because we won the first trophy right here. Kim Min-jae lifting the trophy once again, and we can honestly say that, I am very proud with the team. A little bit of a glitch animation right there, but one final look with the team and also the Carabao Cup. Unfortunately, doesn't give us immediate funds at the moment, but doesn't matter. First trophy in the bag, and that's how we are going to sign off this episode. But looking at the Premier League table, I mean, if we win our game in hand, we're still 3 points behind Man City again. It is going to be a tough season to go, isn't it? I mean, yeah, we won our first trophy, but still, we still have a long way to go. Man City 6 points clear, but we have a game in hand. But again, losing to Leicester City in that game was very costly to our title charge. So thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Like this video, subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you guys in a bit.